Okay, so I'm going to give this a shot. I bought a couple of new little packs today, little Buddha inspiration and some fortune cookies. So this is pick a card reading for what is spiritually blocking you in the moment, and hopefully we'll have a way for you to sort it out and help you move on. I'm also actually away on holiday while I'm filming this, so I'm just going to do a group of these and then upload them over the course of a couple of weeks. So here we go. So my Signifactor cards this time around are actually just this on a deck, so I'm just going to use the 10 from each of the decks. So you've got 10 of swords, 10 of rats, 10 of skulls, and 10 of pistols. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So click on the timestamp below, and here we go. Okay, so this is group 1, and this is what is spiritually blocking you guys right now. So I'm just gonna pan around, working on a table for the first time in ages, and it's not big enough. So basically, we're starting out up here with the Queen of Swords. So she's essentially a person who can see through deceptions. So in regards to the question of what is spiritually blocking you, is I feel like you guys have been lying to yourself about something and not coming into the truth of what you're actually saying to people. So and it's come back and karma's sort of like biting you in the butt and stuff right now. So what's spiritually blocking you is that you've said some things and the actions themselves haven't reflected on what you've said, and so it's become sort of like a blockage on being able to get in tune with that sort of spiritual side of you. Because over here with the moon, it is that you've got those two sides. So you've got the side that you are projecting to people, and then the side that is your true self. So it's the double-sided sort of effect right now, is that if you are a spiritual person and you are reflecting more of trying to be, let's say, normal and not letting people know, then it's sort of like hindering your reception from spirit, essentially. So messages are getting blocked from coming through because you're focusing more on your normal life. You should be, I think, embracing them and balancing both sides of them out. Because down here you've got the Empress, and normally it means like fertility and growth, but at the same time it could be that you have got too much going on at once, and that a decision kind of needs to be made to not hoard as much as that you should have been. So it could be also like your feng shui stuff, so things that could be in your room could be blocking you. So maybe a mirror in the wrong location, TV at the end of your bed, so the energy is becoming bounced backwards and forwards, and it's not growing, and it is causing some blockage, and maybe you're probably getting some weird disconcerting dreams and stuff at the moment. So it is this, that you've got too much going on, mixed with the not coming forward and being truthful about the two sides of yourself. So what you need to do is kind of, I get the feeling, is put a new plan into action, like be it rearrange everything in your room or change of scenery or something like that, to make the energies of your room or your house sort of like flow a bit more in a circular sort of motion. So somewhere for the energies to come in, do this circle, and somewhere like a window or door at the end of that circle, where the energies or negative energies can be brushed out. So that is that. It's like the clutter, needing to rearrange a space, remove things that have upset you, that sort of thing, that might have got some bad energies from the past or memories that you don't want to deal with right now. So you just need to take that stuff and you just need to remove it. Not saying burn it, just move it somewhere else or repurpose it, or I know it sounds really weird saying it, but regifting kind of sometimes works as well. And over here, you've got the Hierophant. So another spiritual blockage is that you're feeling that you haven't been learning enough on what you want to do spiritually. So this is the card of going back into your sort of like spiritual focusing. So it's also got that two sides, is that you're not balancing it well enough between your normal life and your spiritual life. So what you need to do is center the balance between the two, to go forward and sort of like just re-energize, rebalance everything out of your normal life. Another issue is it could be financial as well. I know it sounds weird, but maybe not being able to afford certain talismans, or going into a tarot reader or medium or something like that where you normally go to. Like you could have a regular that you go to, and for some reason lately you haven't had time or you haven't had energy, because like financially you haven't been able to focus on that side, and you've been focusing more on your normal lifestyle and balancing your books on mortgages, rent, school fees, something like that, buying food. So what is spiritually blocking you right now? I've got the loop, which is balance. Essentially it's just reconfirming that balance is a big thing for you guys right now, is that you haven't been able to balance between your spiritual and your normal life. Maybe something in the normal life has just become a bit much for you guys right now, so it's caused the loop to become kind of a bit disconjoined, I suppose, or unbalanced. So one side is obviously gone bigger than the other side. So what you need to do is recenter yourself. So it's caused over here, it's saying that it's caused a storm between your normal life and your spiritual life, and that's basically the blockage as well. So it's the unbalance of normal and spiritual and knowing what to do with it. So over here it's telling me is that action. So you need to take some action in rebalancing your life, and you need to sit back and you need to reflect, you need to meditate, you need to maybe at home do more of a spiritual, and then for your normal life go to your work, go to your school, and just try and cut it in half. So at home, make sure you're living like spiritually, so that could be, as I said before, the rearranging of items of your house to get a better sort of like feng shui sort of feeling from it, and then going about your normal day and going into work, going into school, uni, that sort of thing. And that's what I think what you need to kind of do right now. And over here, the time has come, the time to act is now. So basically it is sort of reconfirming for me with you guys that you just need to rearrange your living situation to reflect your more spiritual like nature. And over here, because we've got these two little cards, sorry, this is really hard with the cast on. Major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and trouble-free experience. And over here, joy. You have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. So I think what it's saying is once you've cleaned out that and made that change in your life, that you will be much happier, your sort of spiritual blockage will be removed, and all is going to be well. So this is you guys here. So this is group 1. Sorry about my little roundabout here, but yeah, table is not big enough for all this. But cool, sweet. And this is group 2 on what is spiritually blocking you guys. So I'm just gonna pan around as I see the other groups. I'm using a table and it's not quite big enough. I think I feel like better doing it on a bed. So we're starting out over here, if I can get in there, with Queen of Cups or Queen of Skulls, no, sorry, Queen of Coins, sorry. So at the moment, what is blocking you spiritually is that you've got, in real life, financial issues, and so you haven't had the time to focus on your meditation or doing feng shui or whipping out those tarot cards or checking those crystals to confirm with the universe that you're okay. And then when you have tried, it seems like it's gone kind of not haywire, but not what you intended, essentially. So certain things are happening that aren't helping you, sort of thing. So financially, at the moment, you're struggling, because right down here is saying that you're focusing more on working than you are on spiritual aspects right now. Or it could be that, at the moment you are just a working person and you're becoming interested in the spiritual side and spirit and everything like that, because down here we've got the initiate, which is basically the starting out of a spiritual journey. So this little lady, she's back in her bag, she's ready to go for her walk. She's got a cute little bunny with her. I appreciate that because I am a bunny. My familiar is a bunny, so she's just starting out, and she's about to go on her walk on her spiritual journey. So this could be another aspect on what's spiritually blocking you, is that you are feeling new to this and what's going on, and where to go and how to go about it. So basically what you kind of need to do is start that journey, buy a deck of tarot cards, or do what I did. I just went out and bought like a little pack of Buddha cards and fortune cookie stuff, just so I can ask it some questions to help me out during my day-to-day life. So that's another thing that you guys can do, is if you're starting out. If not, then you might have to restart or realign your energies, and it feels like you're having to start from scratch again. So this could be another aspect of it as well. Because over here we've got the chained up cards. So you've got the Eight of Swords and the Emperor. So this is, you're feeling bound to your normal everyday life. So you've got someone that you either work with, someone at uni or school that is a higher up and above you type person, and then you're feeling kind of bound to focus more on this than on the spiritual. And so when you've gone to do all your little spiritual things, you've kind of hit a snag, and it's become quite dark. Not saying that it's a bad thing, it's just like dark energies at the moment, so, or a dark sort of blockage. So like if you're lying in bed at night and you're trying to picture that white light before going to sleep, which is something I do every night, you'll end up not seeing the light, but just feeling like you're getting trapped within pitch darkness, essentially. It has happened to me before, which is why I mention it. So just keep trying, find that right energy before going to bed. So meditate, have a shower or a relaxing bath. Even if you're like me, grab that familiar soft cuddly toy and just snug into it, close your eyes and just picture the light raining down on you, and feel that sort of like that love and that energy. And the darkness seems to dissipate, at least for me. It took maybe about a week for it to go away, but that is one thing that I do to realign my spiritual energies before going to bed. So I want to have like that positive white light and that sort of love flowing through me, and it has helped. And over here we've got the mirror, so also reflection meditation. That's looking at yourself essentially and assessing what you're doing in your day-to-day life that could be negative or whatever. So be wary of what you say to people, be wary of how they try and project to you. So for example, you could say something and you're not intending to be mean, but you're trying to be helpful, but that person could take it as a form of criticism, and then get really, really pissy at you. It's just like, be careful on what you say and how you say and what you're doing like reflection-wise for yourself spiritually. So I know if you're trying to be a good person, but it's not coming out right, like for some reason your words aren't coming out correctly, it's just a matter of them interpreting it wrong, even if you mean well. But could be another reason for a spiritual blockage, because over here, so I have to move around this table, you're feeling like you are blocked. You're blocked, you're trapped, you're inside this little white box, and it is just overflowing, essentially. You've got all these emotions coming through, and they're just causing havoc on you. But yeah, it could be also like if this person has come along and they've like just essentially you've said the wrong thing to them, and it's just caused a whole bunch of emotional whirlwinds. It could mean as well that that it's just blocked you emotionally. So they could have been like a really good friend or a friend of a friend or something like that, but they've come along and they have just caused some emotional issues which have caused to block some your little spiritual nature. But over here she's saying reconsider your alliances, make new connections. So if this person has come along and they've accidentally caused you to become spiritually blocked, just walk on. Essentially just walk on, do your life, do everything else that you need to do. And I'll just go over here and flip these cards. It's really hard with this cast. Right. Can I turn this? Whoops, that's the wrong one. That was first grip. This is this one. Yes. Sorry. Trying. And here we go. So fortune cookie says, tough and trying times. Tough times ahead. Think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs. So that's exactly just what I was saying before. So if you've met that person and they just took your stuff wrong and had a negative reaction to it, avoid them. And up here, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. So that's exactly what I'm saying, is like that negative person is in there and they're causing that spiritual blockage and not getting out there. Walk on. Just walk on. Right. So that is you. Group number 2. Sorry about all this mess. Oh gosh. Messy, messy, messy reading. Right. So this is group 3 for the pick a card reading of what is spiritually blocking you guys. So got some nice little interesting stuff going on here. So we're starting out with the Lord Regent. So the Lord Regent, what is he? Moon card, sorry. So there is some decision making that you have to go on, and it's become quite problematic because you can't tell what is a good choice and what is a bad choice, essentially. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the background. So instead of trying to make a rushed decision, just try and dig below, determine what is what's real in the decision and what isn't, and if you can figure it out, time will take care of it, essentially. It's a difficult one because it came up in the last reading as well, so you've got that double decision, all those two choices coming in there. And following through there is that you have got the Eight of Wands, or Eight of Wands. That is also a follow-up of everything is happening so fast, so you feel like this decision up here, you have to make it really fast, but please do not. You need to take your time in trying to figure it out. These other things are happening in your life, they're going by way too fast. And along with that, you've got a whole, I'm not saying an abundance of money coming in, but this is like either an inheritance, your small winnings in the lottery, like maybe $50 or 200, you might hit the jackpot. Not saying that you will, that would be lovely. But yeah, you've got a form of external money and stuff coming in through family or through that Powerball or whatever it is that you do. Maybe winning a raffle. So you've just got something else. You've got all these things happening at once. You've got money coming in. You've got things, normal everyday things just flying around about you. Like it could be mortgage payments, taking the kids to school, or getting that new car so you can go to uni or school or something like that, course, tech, whatever that you're doing. It's just a whole bunch of stuff is going on right now, and that is your main spiritual blockage, is that you're trying to study and you're trying to have that extra money to survive. And so right now you're having issues just trying to make a decision, and so that those all combined together have made it really difficult for you to focus on your spiritual aspect of self. So as part of your mental blockage, it does get better. So you've got over here, you've got the Knight of Swords, so that is the and the happy family, so 10 of Cups. So essentially it does come around, it does work out, things become slowing, like they slow down. You'll get a helping hand from someone else. So for example, I get the feeling as well that you might be moving locations, or the school might be moving, or you might be moving up in your job. Something is changing that is going to bring much happier things, because like right over here we've got that move and fly card, so that's a double movement. So it could, as I said, could be moving house, could be moving like to a new school, or starting a new uni, new job, anything. There's a double form of movement. I could even be moving states, cities, countries, that sort of thing. It's just a lot of movement. So starting back with the 8 of Wands, this events, like I think you're preparing for this movement, and so it's going on at the moment constantly. So you're not getting much time to sit down and to meditate on focusing on what your spiritual needs and everything else. You can't exactly hear spirit right now, but it will get there, because over here you've got your blaze and then your hail. So that fire next to fly means that it's racing forward. It is happening way too fast for you to be focusing on the spiritual, and it has sort of like put you at this emotionally frozen state of mind right now. But it does improve, so it is good. You do get your spiritual stuff back, because right over here you have got your raised by wolves, and that's confirming that you guys do belong. So wherever you move to, that is where you are supposed to be, essentially. So it is good. It's just a lot of movement, which is your spiritual blockage and all that stuff over here. So now we're just gonna flip these over. Sorry, cast makes this really hard. Ooh, that's it. And next one. Right, so we got love life. Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart, as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. So that could be like the choice to move, so you might be even moving for love. So you never know. And then over here you've got fashion your life as a garland of beautiful deeds. So yeah, this is just confirming that you've got movement in your cards, and that you are sorting your life out first over your spiritual side. So what you really do need to do is just finish up what you're doing currently. So you could be finishing up at your work to move on to a new job, to move into a new location, and from there, that is what this is basically telling me, is that focus on life right now. Spiritual, you can come back to it, so just switch off the little spiritual aspect for now. Maybe even just only like have like your little enigma or whatever, like I do, going in the background, just to help relax. Do some meditation when you can, just to relax your body, because it is going to be stressful and everything is going to be constantly moving for you guys for this. So your spiritual blockage will not go away until you've actually relocated and moved into like this new place, this new part of your life. So the house, the school, the uni or job, something like that. So whatever you're going to, it's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. So this is for you, group number 3. So I'm just going to pan back through so you guys can see. And sorry, the table is super cluttered, but it's the first time using a table while I'm away. So there we go. It's my mess for you guys. Group number 3. Okay, so this is group 4 for what is spiritually blocking you guys right now. So we're going up here and we are going with the Page of Swords. So that is, apparently you've got some sort of idea in your head that you want to race forward and you want to charge it and you want to grab it and you're ready to go and do it now, essentially. It's a bad idea, because that is your spiritual blockage, is that you focus on something now. So essentially you're quite tunnel vision towards this goal and racing forward and achieving it as soon as possible because you think it's going to make things a bit better off in your life. That is not necessarily the case. Racing forward without thinking does not benefit you or the goal that you're aiming towards. Take it slow, just because down here financially you cannot afford it right now. So your spiritual blockage looks to me is that you've got financial issues and that you're feeling kind of guarded against it. So you've got your 5 of Pentacles and your 2 of Swords right there. So right now money is not a good thing. It is causing you a lot of mental anguish, is that you can't afford this, you can't afford that. Maybe you want to go away, you're just like, no, I can't, I've got no money. So you've got to make the smart choice and not do it. Then you've got the 2 of Swords, which is the feeling blinded, feeling guarded. So this financial situation has got you kind of like, oh my god, sort of situation. It's not a good time for you to go out and run into a whole new idea like without any plans, because when you go out onto a new venture you have a million choices to make. And right now, yeah, the choices aren't quite amazing for you guys. I mean, they are there and they will be awesome when they're available, when you can mentally and financially afford it. But right now, you guys, you can't do anything about it. So it's just stay back on the choices, keep them there, but it's not something that you can go into right now. And then we've got the Page of Wands. So yeah, you've still got that enthusiasm to run out and do that job, and it's so much excitement and it's just driving you forward. But it's something that is a bit strong, it's contagious. Be careful who you tell it to, this idea or whatever it is that you want to go out and do, because I think you're going to get stabbed in it, because someone else is going to go out there and they're going to do it before you. Because right next to it we have the illusion card and the change. So your idea that you want to go out and do, because you can't financially go out and do it right now, someone else is going to go out there and they're going to do it before you, and it's just going to shatter your whole illusion of the idea and ruin it. So be careful on who you talk to about this venture, this plan, this idea, this trip, or something like that, because it's just going to change your opinion of this person, and you don't really want that right now. It's not a good thing. Just trying to think what else. I'm trying to see if I can hear. What you can do is, if you really have to go out there and do this idea, do it small steps at a time. So learn to financially budget towards it. So if this thing costs like a little bit of money, start setting a little bit of money aside. So maybe it could be like, yeah, going away on a trip, or it could be like an art venture, it could be making a new cosplay, something like that. Just take in mind that if you do tell this person and they do go out there and do it and it changes your whole perspective and you absolutely get like freaking shattered over it, in the cosplay world, no character belongs to one person, so you can still continue on with it, just unveil it at the next convention or whatever. Or if it's just like a business idea, just take notes down in your notebook. Make sure you don't say too much to too many people about it, that sort of thing. Or if it is a trip, just start saving up. And for example, if like someone went to like China or Japan before me, I mean, I'm not going to be like super annoyed about it. I mean, I want to go, but I can't speak either of the languages and I need to start and learn. So that's something else that you can take into mind if it's a trip going overseas where they don't speak English. Take some night classes every now and again, or download an app, brush up on the language, that sort of thing. It's that sort of situation if those are the ideas that you've got going on. Sorry, just going to move around this table. So yeah, as I said, be careful of who you tell, because you've got that reversal card there. So essentially it means that someone else is going to beat you to it. Do not be discouraged. It just means that in future when you make these sort of ideas and these plans, that you've just got to keep them a secret, which is what this card is. I call her my secret card. Not that any of you guys have watched the Claire card captor series, but that's essentially what it is. She's got a secret. So she's my secret card. So every time I see her, it just means keeping something to yourself, or don't keep it to yourself, depending on the cards that surround her at this stage. For any future plans, keep them to yourself, keep quiet, sort of thing. But to break out of your little spiritual funk, this is your answer here. The mermaid and the turtle woman, an elder will teach you. So it's basically finding someone in that spiritual section or world that you can turn to and talk to, and retrain you essentially if you want to get back into that. So I just gotta grab these because these are my new cards I want to use on you guys. Turning with a cast really hurts. Ow, 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 ow. Right. So we got over here is future. You may travel or host an overseas traveller soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. So this could be towards that idea is that you want to travel. So yeah, you've got that ahead of you. So it could be this one that here. And be a light unto yourself. Be your own confidence. Hold on to the truth within. So to try and maybe get back on your little spiritual track, just do what I do before going to bed. Just envision that white light just surrounding you and picturing that the love from your guides or from spirit just flowing through that light, and it helps you sleep. And it's not much that I can do, but it is the way I try and keep in tune with the universe at the moment. That, and I'm away on holiday, so this is helping me really a lot. So yeah, this is you guys, group number 4. So this is what your spiritual blockage is. Good. And thank you very much. Sorry about my mess. Look at that message.